So today we have two advisors, LPs that are in our fund, and they are going to be Angelo Del Duca, which hopefully the community is quite familiar with, as he has been a supporter and part of our business for almost since it started. So thank you, Angelo, for being here today. And of course, Jeff, who we just gave the introduction to. Both you gentlemen, thank you very much for attending and being part of this today. So the way the process will work today is there will be 4 companies that will be pitching, and they will be providing a 5-minute pitch. And then Angelo and Jeff will provide 1 minute each of feedback for that company.
Okay, so just a quick overview about myself. My name is Bill Joni. I am the co-founder and CEO of Urbie. So what we do at Urbie, just a quick overview of our startup. We develop smart and sustainable IoT devices whose sole purpose is to promote health and well-being. I'll be presenting to you our first product, Urbie Air, which is an air purifier, which recently got funded on Kickstarter. And as you can see here, I'm gonna first lay out the problem. So the problem we have with most air purifiers in the market is that they use plastic air filters that often end up in landfills. In fact, there are over 100 million plastic air filters being dumped in landfills every single year, and we at Urbie want to change that. So meet Urbie Air. Urbie Air is a smart and eco-friendly air purifier that uses 100% biodegradable air filters made simply from organic materials like activated bamboo charcoal and hemp. Our air purifier also works with your plant to further break down pollutants into safer compounds. And to keep things interesting, we added the self-watering feature that automatically waters your plant when it's thirsty to keep your plant healthy for maximum fresh oxygen production. So think of it as an indoor ecosystem. And our goal is to encourage people to plant more in homes and to, of course, to breathe cleaner, fresher air. The problems with existing air purifiers in the market is that most of them use HEPA filters, which is also synthetic fibers made out of plastic, and they cannot break down pollutants. With the help of the plant soil has the capability, it has microorganisms that break down pollutants to safer compounds. So we get rid of that problem. And also the other problem with existing air purifiers is that the mold and bacteria build up on the HEPA filters. With our product, we use activated charcoal, which is known to kill mold. And because our product also regulates excess humidity, that also enables mold and bacteria to die. As soon as humidity is above 60%, the dehumidifier component activates. We use other air purifiers use disposable plastic air filters. We don't. We use all organic materials. So that's the market size of the air purifier market. It's growing tremendously due to the poor air quality, especially in urban cities. And these are our target markets. We're targeting families with newborns, people with airborne allergies like mold and dust mites, people living in polluted cities, and healthy and environmentally friendly people. This is my background. I'm an ex-banker. I've worked in capital markets for 5 years. I'm a passionate entrepreneur. I've exited a private labeling company selling products on Amazon.ca. And my partner is my brother. He's the founder, and I quit my job last year to join him full-time as a CEO of this company. This is our roadmap. So our roadmap is to sell B2B and B2C. From a B2B standpoint, we're looking to sell to hotels, especially in the Middle East and GCC countries where humidity levels are very high, and also to countries and cities which are polluted and have high humidity. This way, hotels can save on electricity costs since they don't have to keep the air conditioners on. And they also have a planter in their hotel rooms, which is a premium service for their clients. Another market is, of course, B2C, our customers. We want to secure purchase orders and sell complementary accessories everywhere. This is our competitor, Natedi, sold over €1 million on Kickstarter. They had a similar product to ours, but ours is a 3-in-1. There's only two-in-one product, and Molecule is at a very high price point. These are our financial projections. So currently on Kickstarter, we sold $250,000 in 1 month in September of 2019. And thanks to Corona right now, we're kind of, we don't have like track record of sales, but we're developing the product. We're using this time to upgrade the product and make improvements to the user friendliness and practicality. But these are our sales projection. I know it's probably not realistic now with the COVID and stuff, but I think we can still achieve these goals if the Corona disappears in the next couple of months, hopefully. These are very attainable, given that we did receive a lot of interest from major retailers who want to buy our product. Thank you for your time.
Hi, Bill. Good presentation. I think you've come quite a way since I last saw you in the business potential. So I'm glad to hear that you generated quite a bit of sales in your Kickstarter within a short period of time. So the first thing I would ask is, have you delivered all of those pre-orders? And what was the individual item price that you sold them at? And I like your competitive analysis slide, but I'd like to have you probably with more time, have you spend more time on how you really differentiate, and when you compared yourself to a 2-in-1 versus a 3-in-1, how sustainable is it from your competitors migrating from the 2-in-1 to the 3-in-1? So more clarity on that, and also like to get a better sense of how you scale to the 2+ euros in fairly short period of time, and what the breakdown would be relative to B2B versus B2C. So those things would really help in the presentation. And also, I'd like to get more clarity on what is it that you need to be able to fuel that that growth that you're looking for the investor to provide. Overall, though, good job in the presentation.
Thank you.
Perfect. Jeff, you're up.
Okay. Excellent presentation. I mean, it's near and dear to my heart because I own a filtration company. So what you were saying about HEPA filters is true, and about activated charcoal, being the way of the future. Very true, very true. I loved the sequencing, how you did your presentation. You gave me a good overall indication of, all the general things I want to hear for the most part. A couple of questions that I think I would have basically is, you indicated you're going to be selling online. I'd like to know, how are you going to do it? Is it just through your website? Are you going to go through Amazon? What are your sales costs going to be? I'd also like to hear a little bit about what your margins are. Typically, when someone gives us a manufactured product, I'm interested in hearing a little bit about the financials because I am an engineer, so I put my engineering hat on. Where are these going to be made? Is this something that, because you're aiming at a really nice niche market with the hotels and the corporate offices? Great start. I'd like to hear that maybe you'd like to are you going to roll out to home-based and whatever else? And like I say, if you're going to be selling online, that to me, I usually think of selling online as more to consumers than offices and hotels. So like I say, I'd like maybe a little more explanation on how you're going to sell, a little more explanation on the margins. But other than that, I think for a 5-minute pitch, I love the product. I mean, we'll definitely talk more. I want to get more info on it. Love seeing something new in this space. Good presentation.
Thank you, Jeff.
Perfect. Well, Bill, thank you very much for that. And yeah, you can feel free to add your comments in the chat below, but thank you very much for that pitch. And just to kind of round it out for you, I think some of the comments that you'll want to look at is maybe a manufacturing slide, where it's being done, your COGS, and then margins, potential revenues from that. And then of course, on the sales side, where you're going to be attacking, is it B2B, is it B2C? And how are you looking at moving this around from into other countries? Are you going direct to retail, or are you going to keep it online and just do a shipping through Amazon? So just some things to keep in mind as we move forward.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
Awesome. Thank you.